So we're going to start lying down on our backs today, making ourselves comfortable, starting to bring your awareness to this moment, to the next breath. Taking a deep breath into your belly as you exhale, slowly melt into the floor. Let your legs be out straight, let your arms be by your side. Let your awareness be on the breath and the weight of your body on the floor. No struggles and no strains. Take a deep inhale, let your arms rise up towards the ceiling, filling your lungs to the bottom. As you exhale, slowly let your arms drop to the floor behind you. As you inhale, reach back with your fingertips, reach forward with your heels, and just feel that stretch lengthening along your body. No struggles and no strains. As you exhale, slowly let your arms float back down and by your sides. Just a gentle movement in the shoulders, a gentle stretching of the fascia. Inhale, your arms up to the ceiling. Exhale to the floor behind you. Connecting your breath to your motion. Inhaling as you reach back with your fingertips forward with your heels. Exhaling as your arms float back down and by your sides. One more time, connecting your breath to your motion. Inhaling as they rise up. Exhaling as they fall to the floor behind you. We're going to leave your arms on the floor right there behind you. Take a deep inhale to your belly. Feel your belly expand. And as you exhale, walk your left foot out to the left as far as you comfortably can. And then bring your right leg over to meet it. We're going to walk your left arm out to the side as far as you comfortably can. And then walk your right arm over to meet it. We're doing a supine bow. Just opening up the right side of your rib cage. If you'd like, you can take your left hand and gently hold on to your right wrist, tractioning it, just gently pulling on it. If you'd like, you can stay right where you are or lift your right foot and bring it to rest on top of your left ankle. And breathe. Breathe deeply into your belly. Exhaling slowly. Bringing the connection to the depth of your breath, to the feeling of those ribs as they expand with the breath. The melting and releasing of effort and trying with your exhale. One more deep inhale. One more slow exhale. And then release your right arm back to the center. Release your left arm back. Release your right leg back to the center of your mat. Release your left leg to meet it. We're going to do the same thing, taking it to the opposite side. Your right leg comes way out to the right as far as you comfortably can. Your left leg comes over to meet it. Your right leg arm comes out to the side. Your left arm comes over to meet it. So staying right there or taking your right hand, gently pulling on your left wrist. Staying right there or taking your left foot and let it come to rest on top of your right ankle. And then breathing into that rib cage on the left. Breathing deeply. Exhaling slowly. No struggles, no strain. Finding that expression of each pose where you can then bring your attention back to the feeling of the stretch or the depth of your breath. No struggles and no strains. One more deep inhale here. See if you can really pay attention to the sensations of that breath as it enters. And as you exhale, release your tension, release your trying along with that breath. And then slowly move your left arm back to the center of the mat and your right arm back to meet it. Your left leg back to the center of the mat and your right leg back to meet it. Take a deep inhale, reach back with your fingertips, reach forward with the heels of your feet and lengthen through your spine. As you exhale, draw your knees to your chest. Let your hands float down to hold underneath of your knees. Drawing your knees into your chest, letting your shoulders relax, letting your jaw relax. Breathing. Breathing deeply into your belly so that you feel it press out against your thigh. As you exhale, release your left leg down to the floor. Both hands stay right underneath of your right knee. And breathe. Feel your belly press into your left thigh. As you exhale, draw your left leg back up into your chest and release your right leg down to the floor. Pull the toes of that right leg back. Reach that right heel forward. Breathe into that left thigh. Shoulders relaxed, jaw relaxed. With an exhale, bring your right leg back up to meet your left at your chest. Both knees gently pulled in. Slowly, with an exhale, releasing your left leg to the ground again. The heel of your left foot reaching forward, the toes pulled back. Take a deep inhale. With an exhale, straighten your right leg to the ceiling. Toes pulled down, heel reaching up. Feel that stretch down the back of your leg. With an exhale, gently pull that right knee back into your chest. A deep breath fills the belly with air. Slow exhale, straighten the right leg back to the ceiling. Pull the toes down, raise the heel up to the sky. As you exhale, pull your right leg back in. One more time, follow your own breath. Fill your belly with air, feeling it expand. As you exhale, straighten the right leg towards the sky, the toes pulled down, the heel reaching up. Your choice is to stay here, engaging that stretch, or with an exhale, lifting your head and shoulders. Looking at your knee, pulling the toes down. If you'd like, see if you can raise up a little bit higher, bringing your hands to your ankle. Keep the left leg engaged, pushing the back of the knee down. Breathe. Slowly lower your head and shoulders to the ground. Pull that knee into your chest. Take your right hand on top of your right knee. Your left hand and your left arm come out to the side like half the letter T. As you exhale, gently let your right leg fall to the floor at the right. So the goal is to get that right leg all the way down towards the floor, letting your right foot rest against your left thigh. It feels like pinching or pain in your hip, and just slide a pillow underneath of that right knee. It's perfectly fine. Or you can take your right foot and let it come down to your side of your left calf. Find the expression of each pose you can hold with ease. So if you've got your right foot against that left thigh, gently push your right foot into the thigh and push the thigh into the foot. You're creating a co-contraction. There's no movement. Push of your foot into the thigh and your thigh into your foot. You're compressing your lymph nodes. That's the place where your body filters the blood, taking out impurities. As you compress it, you're giving it just a little extra help. Slowly bring your hands into a prayer position at the center of your chest, pushing into your palms. As you inhale, let your arms start to float up towards your face, gently pushing into your palms and over your head. We're doing a supine tree pose. So the exact same pose we do in standing, just without the balance component. Breathe. Gently push into your hands. Gently keep pushing that right foot into the left thigh and the left thigh into the right foot. Keep the left leg active, the toes pulled back, the heel reaching forward. And then gently start to press into your palms and bring them down towards the top of your head, across your face, and back into the center of your chest. Slowly raising your right knee from the floor, drawing it back into your chest. Both your hands on top of your right knee. Draw it deep into your chest. And then let your shoulders relax. Let your jaw relax. Breathing deeply into your belly, deeply into the areas that feel tight or restricted. Remove your right arm down to the floor. Your left hand is holding on to your right knee. With an exhale, gently draw your left knee across your body, draw your right knee across your body towards the left. I'm sorry. If you'd like, you can turn your head to look towards your right. Breathe into the areas that feel tight or restricted. You can stay right there, or if you want to progress your pose, grab onto the big toe of your right foot with the first two fingers of your left hand, or wrap a strap around the bottom of your right foot and straighten that right leg out. Find an expression of the pose that you can hold with ease, without struggle, without strain, where you can bring your focus and attention back to the depth of your breath, to the feeling of the stretch. No struggles, no strains. If you have that leg straight, really squeeze that quadricep muscle. Try to make sure that it's as straight as it can get. If your knee is bent, that's perfectly fine. Just breathe. One more deep inhale. One more slow exhale. And then if your leg is straight, go ahead and start to bend it. Slowly begin to roll back onto your back, but leave your right foot on the outside of your left knee. Once your back is flat, your left foot is on the outside of your right knee. Just gently let your right knee drop towards the floor. Again, you can support it with a pillow if that feels like it's too much for your hip. Your right ankle rests just above your left knee. Take a deep inhale and let your arms rise up towards the ceiling. With an exhale, let them fall to the floor behind you. With an inhale, reach back with your fingertips, reach forward with your heel and feel that stretch. With an exhale, let your left knee and your right ankle float up towards your chest. Bring your hands down behind your left thigh and gently draw them both into your chest without struggle or strain in the shoulders or in the neck. Breathe. Breathe deep into that right hip. Feel that stretch in the piriformis. As you exhale, see if you can draw it in a little closer. And with an exhale, straighten your left leg towards the sky, the toes pulled back, the heel reaching up towards the sky. No struggles, no strains. Stay right where you are, or lift your head and shoulders, walking your hands behind the calf of your left leg. Slowly lower your head and shoulders to the ground. Bring that left foot all the way to the floor. Take your arms out to the side like the letter T. And with an exhale, gently let your right leg slide over your left. Gently let both legs drop to the right. Turning your head to the left if that's available for your neck. And breathing deeply into your belly. Reconnecting with this moment, with the feeling of the stretch in your body or the depth of your breath. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. And then slowly begin to bring yourself flat to your back. Uncross your legs so both feet are flat and both knees are bent. And gently take a cobbler's pose, letting your knees drop in opposite directions, the palms of your feet coming together. Remember, you can put pillows underneath of your knee to support this pose, or simply slide your feet down towards the bottoms of your mat. You can make fists with your hands and slide them underneath the tops of your thighs to support the pose. Find an expression of each and every pose where you can then find ease in your body and in your mind. If your thoughts are, I can't do this, or it doesn't feel right, honor them. Just take yourself into child's pose, or draw your knees into your chest, or find a way to modify that allows you to release those thoughts. Not everyone's pose is ever going to look the same. It's not meant to. This is your practice in your body and your breath. Slowly bringing your knees together, drawing them back into your chest, your hands behind your thighs, curling into a small bow. Release any strain or struggle from your neck, your shoulders, your jaw. Release your right leg all the way down to the ground, both hands behind your left thigh. The right leg is active, the toes pulled back, the heel reaching forward. With a deep breath, your belly fills with air. It gently presses against the thigh. With an exhale, the leg straightens to the sky. The toes pull down, the heel reaches up. Really feel that stretch. Wow. With an exhale, gently draw that left knee back to your chest. Deep inhale here. Follow your breath, exhaling as you straighten the leg, pulling the toes down, reaching the heel up. Gently drawing that knee back into your chest. One more time, following your own breath, exhaling, straightening the leg towards the sky, pulling the toes down, reaching the heel up, staying flat to the floor as you are, or lifting your head and shoulders, walking your hands up to the back of the calf. Make sure that your right leg has stayed engaged, the toes pulled back, the heel reaching forward. Stay there or lift your hands up a little higher towards your ankle. And breathe. Slowly releasing your shoulders, your head back to the floor, bending that left knee, drawing it into your chest. Releasing your right arm to the floor like half of the letter T. Your left hand holds onto your left knee, gently taking your left leg out to the left. All the way to the floor, if you can make it there, or with a pillow underneath of the thigh or underneath of the knee. Your left foot gently pressing into your right thigh gently pushing into your left foot. Compression of the lymph nodes. If that feels uncomfortable, you can take your left foot and bring it to the right calf. There are no lymph nodes there, but you're still getting the gentle compression of muscle tissue, assisting your blood, your body, your fluids to bring things back to your heart to be cleansed and recycled and renewed. Bringing your hands into heart center gently in a prayer position, your palms pressed into each other. With an exhale, slowly start to glide your hands up towards your face, across the front of your face, and up and overhead into the supine tree. You're pressing gently your palms together, the right leg into the left foot into the right leg. Breathe. Find your breath here. Find the strength of the pose. Find the stillness in the moment. And then press into your palms, gently starting to bring them down towards the top of your head, across the front of your face, and back into heart center. Slowly bring your knee up, grabbing behind the left thigh with both hands, relaxing the shoulder, relaxing the jaw. Holding onto your left knee with just your right hand, release your left arm out to the side. With an exhale, slowly start to draw your left leg across towards the right, a spinal twist, turning your head towards the left if it doesn't bother your neck. Find the areas of tightness and expand them with your breath, imagining that you're filling those tight areas with your breath. Imagine that as you exhale, you're releasing tension, you're releasing trying. So you have an option. You can stay right there as you are, or straighten your left leg out, grabbing onto the big toe with the first two fingers of your right hand. You can support that leg with a pillow, or you can just leave the knee bent. No struggles and no strains. Breathe into the tightness, expand it with your breath. Just try to release 10% of the tension with your exhale. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. Slowly begin to release your back flat to the floor. We're going to leave, if your leg was straight, go ahead and bend it. And then start to roll back onto your back, leaving your left foot on the floor at the outside of your right knee. Once your back is flat, just gently let that left knee drop towards the floor so that you're in a figure four position. Your left ankle rested just above your right knee. You can use a pillow to support that left knee if it feels like pinching or pain in the groin. As you inhale, let your arms float up towards the ceiling. As you empty your lungs, let your arms fall to the floor behind you. As you inhale, reach back with your fingertips, reach forward with the heel of your foot. As you exhale, draw your right knee and your left ankle in towards your chest. Let your hands come behind. Draw it in to your chest. Breathe. Breathe deeply into that left piriformis, that left hip muscle. As you exhale slowly into your chest a little deeper. No struggles and no strains. Breathe. Stay right here or straighten your right leg up towards the sky. The toes pulled down, the heels reaching up. Feel that stretch. If your mind wanders or becomes distracted, just gently bring it back to the depth of your breath or the feeling of the stretch. Without judgment, our minds wander. The power is in the choice of bringing it back to the moment. Stay where you are, or with an exhale, lift your head and shoulders, walking your hands up to the back of your calf. Feel the strength of your pose. Slowly lowering your head and shoulders back to the ground. Bend your right knee. Let your right foot come to rest on the floor. Let your left leg just slide over top of your right leg. Take your arms out to the side like the letter T. And with an exhale, let both knees drop towards your left. And breathe. Breathe deep into the area of tightness that you feel. With an exhale, melt. Breathe. Release any struggle or any strain and bring awareness to this moment. One more deep inhale here. One more really slow exhale, allowing that air to just slowly drizzle out of you. then slowly begin to bring your... When your back is flat, separate your knees, feet flat, knees bent, letting your knees drop out in opposite directions for cobbler's pose. Breathing deeply, exhaling slowly. Release the struggle, release. One more deep inhale here. One more slow, purposeful exhale. And then slowly begin to draw your knees back up towards each other. Slowly draw them into your chest with your hands behind your thighs. And just rock from side to side gently. Just begin to move the spine. And then just bring yourself to that curled up ball position and begin to rock from head to toe. Try not to hold your breath here. Holding your breath creates a strain on your spine and on your heart. See if you can bring yourself up and just float on your sit bones. You can put your heels down if this is challenging for you. The goal here is to get a straight spine, to lift your chest. If you can lift your knees from the floor just an inch, that's really great as well. Take it back down. Rock it back and bring it forward, floating. Lifting your chest, straightening your spine. Try to straighten out your left leg. Point your toes to where the wall meets the ceiling. Feel the strength of your pose. Don't hold your breath. Take it back. Rock it forward. Lift the chest, straighten the spine, and then straighten out your right leg. You can put your opposite foot down if it feels like it's struggle or strain for you. Take it back. Rock it forward. See if you can stay right there. Put your heels down or straighten both legs out. You can do this with the knees bent. Oops, I'm falling. Lift the chest, straighten the spine. Feel the strength of the pose. Rock it back. One more time, bring it up. Straightening the legs, finding the expression of the pose you can hold with ease. Remove your hands if you like. Find the strength in your pose. And then slowly lower your feet to the ground and bring yourself up into an easy seated position. Easy seated position is anyone where your spine is straight, where your sit bones are equal. You can sit on a block, you can sit on a pillow to raise yourself up. If it doesn't feel like your spine is at ease here, modify it. Just close your eyes for a moment. Bring your attention back to your breath here. Sometimes I think the most challenging part of my class is bringing yourself back to the moment. There are many, many poses we could do to challenge you physically. I try to incorporate some of those, but I'll tell you, the biggest challenge is for most of us is to be in the moment. To be in awareness of what we feel, of what we see, of what we hear in this moment. Avoiding the temptation to be drawn into the future or to the past. Take a deep inhale, let your arms rise up towards the ceiling, your shoulder blades come down to your back. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, drop your left hand to the mat, lift up and reach over with your right arm, looking up at that right arm if it doesn't bother your neck. Just taking that rib opening that we started and lying down just a little bit deeper, push down into your right hip and take a deep breath into that rib cage. No struggles and no strains. Take another deep inhale here, and with an exhale, bring your left arm back up to meet your right arm. Shoulder blades reset down and away from your ears. Take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, bring your right hand to the mat. Reach over with your left, looking up at your left arm. Gently pushing down into your left sit bone. Breathing into the left rib cage. Feel that expansion. As you exhale, see if you can take it just a little deeper without lifting that left hip from the floor. And then with an exhale, bring both arms back up to the ceiling. Breathe. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take your left hand to your right knee, your right hand to the floor behind you. Push down to help lengthen your spine. Create length with each inhale. That helps you to get space so that with the exhale you might rotate just a little further. And breathe. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. Bringing yourself back forward. Inhaling your arms up to the ceiling, shoulder blades down your back. We're going to take it to the opposite side. Your right hand comes to the left knee, your left hand comes to the floor behind you. Push down to lengthen your spine. With an exhale, rotate towards your left. Breathe. Deeply lengthening with your breath, slowly rotating with your exhale. No struggles, no strains. One more deep inhale here, lengthening. One more slow exhale, further rotation if it's available to you. And then slowly bring your chest back to the front. Take a deep inhale, let your arms rise up towards the sky. With an exhale, fold forward, bringing your hands to the floor and then dropping your forehead down. You can rest your forehead on the floor or on a block, or just stack your fists and make a support so that your neck can fully release and relax. Just some forward flexion of your spine. We really haven't done any of that since we started class today, so let's be gentle. As you breathe, and feel your rib cages coming out to the sides and to the back. As you exhale, see if you can melt further forward. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. And then with your next exhale, take your chest over to your right leg, folding over your right leg. Pushing down into your left hip so that it doesn't raise up off the ground. You're creating an anchor. Breathe into that left rib cage. As you exhale, melt. Take a deep inhale here. With an exhale, bring yourself back to the center. Deep inhale. Your belly expands. With an exhale, see if you can walk yourself over to the left. Your chest draped over that left thigh, your right hip pushed down to anchor. Breathe. Breathe deeply into your belly. Exhale slowly. Take a deep inhale. With an exhale, bring yourself back to the center. Bring your hands to rest on top of your knees and then use your arms to press yourself back up to straighten your spine back to an easy seated position. Brilliant. We're going to come onto our hands and knees next. So if you've got bad knees or it feels like there's not enough cushioning, just take your mat and fold it in half so that you have extra padding. When your knees get to be as old as mine, they need a little extra something. So we're going to be on our hands and knees, hands at heart center in a prayer position. Take a deep inhale into your belly. Lengthen your spine. As you exhale, step your right foot forward. And breathe. No struggles and no strains. Take a deep inhale. With an exhale, take your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Press into your palms and try to rotate your chest forward. Wherever you get to is perfectly fine. Release the struggle, release the strain, release any judgments. You can stay right here or curl the toes of your left foot under, lift the left knee from the floor. Find a full expression of the pose. Feel the strength wherever you are. Release the distractions wherever you are. Slowly lower that knee back to the floor. Slowly bring yourself back up and breathe. Stay right here or drop into that right knee, lowering it forward, feeling the stretch over the front of your left thigh. Stay right here or with an exhale, take your arms to the sky, shoulder blades down and away from your ears. Stay right here or open your arms to the back like wings, lifting your chest. Stay right here or lift your left knee from the floor for crescent lunge. Wherever you are, feel the strength of your pose. Lowering that knee to the floor, bringing your hands to heart center, walking your right knee back to meet your left. We're going to take the same pose on the opposite side. Find the expression of each pose that is right for you. Take a deep inhale. With an exhale, take your left foot forward and breathe. You can keep the top of your foot flat or you can curl the toes under, whichever you'd like. But with an exhale, take your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Press into your hands to help rotate your chest towards the wall in front of you. You can stay right here, enjoying this pose, finding your stillness, finding your breath, or with an exhale, lift your right knee from the floor and breathe. Feel the strength of your pose wherever you find it. And then release that right knee, taking yourself back to the front, sinking into your left knee. Choosing to stay right here is fine, or raise your arms to the sky, arching back just lightly. Choosing to stay here or opening your arms like wings, lifting your chest, spreading it wide. Choosing to stay here or lifting your right knee from the floor for crescent lunge. Find the expression of the pose where you can bring your focus back internally. Dropping that right knee, bringing your hands to heart center, walking your left knee back to meet your right. Staying right up on your knees, I'm just going to turn so I'm facing the camera. Lola was gently reminding me, FaceTime. So being up onto your knees, taking your right foot out to the right. So your right leg is straight. The big toe side of your foot can just rest on the floor, or if you'd like, turn it down so that your right foot is flat. You'll be stretching the outside ligaments of your ankle. There's a really good thing to stretch. We rarely do it in our everyday life. Taking your arms to the sky. Shoulder blades stay down and away from your ears. So you're not pinching your ears with your bicep. You're actually trying to pull them down and away. Drop your right arm down. Take it all the way to the leg and reach your left arm up and over. Looking up at your left arm if it doesn't bother your neck. No struggles and no strains. Feel that stretch through that left rib cage. We've really done a lot of side bending, a little bit of rotation today. It's all good, but it's not what we're used to making. Bring that right arm back up to meet that left. Slowly press into your palms, bringing them back down. Take your right knee under you and stretch the left one out. Perfect. So again, you can keep just the big toe side of your foot on the floor, or you can flatten it all the way, stretching the outside ligaments of the ankle, inhaling your arms up to the sky, breathing, shoulder blades down and away from your ears.
Dropping your left arm down to your leg, reaching your right arm up and over, rotating that shoulder back so that your chest is facing forward. Reach with that right arm over to the left and breathe. Breathe deeply into that right side of your rib cage. Feel it expand. Breathe. Find your moment. This moment. Slowly bringing your left hand back up to meet your right. Bringing your palms down to heart center. Bringing your knees back underneath of you. Dropping your hips down to your heels. So if this feels like too much for your knees, you can lie on your back and just pull your knees into your chest. Or you can take a block and place it between your calf and your thighs. Or even a pillow, anything to take the pressure off of your knees. We're going to take a child's pose. So in child's pose, you can either be lying onto your back, pulling your knees into your chest, if that's proper for your knees, or in the position I'm in, with your feet underneath of your hips, your knees bent, slowly exhaling yourself forward. Bringing your forehead to the ground, your arms back and behind you. If that bothers your neck, you can keep your arms in front of you, stack your fists to make a pillow or a support for your head, or slide the block underneath so that your forehead is rested and supported, so that there is no struggle or strain in your neck. Close your eyes and breathe. You can stay here, or you can separate your knees so that your chest can come even closer to the floor. Find an expression of the pose that you can hold with ease. Breathe into the depths of your lungs. Exhale and melt. No struggles, no strains. Bring your attention back to this moment. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back. Without judgment, without a story. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. If you're in child's pose, take your arms forward. Use your arms to press yourself back up. We're going to prepare for final relaxation. We're going to come into lying down. So lying down onto your back with your legs out straight or slightly bent if you prefer. You can put a small pillow underneath of your knees to support them if you'd like. Let your arms lie by your sides with the palms facing up. Take a deep breath into the very bottom of your lungs, and as you exhale, melt. Bring your awareness to the very next breath, the depth of it, the expanding of it, the contraction as you exhale. Bring your awareness to the breath. As you take a deep inhale, feel that air as it enters through your nose, down the back of your throat, filling the very bottom of your lungs. As you exhale, notice the sensation of that warmed breath as it leaves your lungs, the back of your throat, as it crosses your upper lip. We're going to take ourselves deeper into the awareness of our breath. If it feels like you become distracted during this, just let yourself be distracted and make the choice to come back. It's simple. It's not a judgment. It will happen. And that's when you're at the power of choice, to choose to bring yourself back to the stillness and awareness or not. So as you take your next deep breath in through your nose, your lungs fill up. See if you can notice the sensations as your lungs fill with air, and then notice the pause at the top of your inhalation before your inhalation becomes an exhalation. As the air leaves, feel the warmth of it leaving your body. And at the very bottom of your exhalation, see if you can notice the pause when your exhale becomes an inhale. For the next couple of deep inhales and slow exhales, see if you can bring particular attention to the pause between the inhale and the exhale, and the pause between the exhale and the inhale. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back to those pauses at the bottom and the top of your breath cycle. And now I'd like you to take attention to the full circular nature of the breath. As you inhale, bringing awareness to the sensations as the breath enters your lungs, feeling that small pause at the top of your inhale, feeling the sensations of the breath as it leaves your body, and bringing attention to the pause when your exhale becomes an inhale. Feel the full circular nature of the breath, the sensations as it enters and exits, the pauses as it turns in the cycle from inhale to exhale. If you lose your attention or your focus, just gently bring it back. And then slowly shift your attention to the center of your chest where your heart beats. We've brought ourselves into focus following the breath. Now let's deepen the focus by trying to find the sensation or the internal sound of your heartbeat. Sometimes holding your breath for just a moment can help to amplify that. If you can't find your heartbeat, just stay with focus on the breath. That's perfectly fine. But if you find that heartbeat, make that your anchor to focus and attention. Using that is the thing you draw yourself back to. You become distracted. And then I'll ask you to shift your attention one more time to a thought. Bringing to mind a thought of gratitude. Something for which you are grateful. A smile, a laugh, your health, a loved one, whatever it is you'd like to bring to mind for which you are grateful, do that now. Imagine you're with that person, you're laughing that laugh, you're eating that meal, whatever it is for which you are grateful, imagine that it is there and it is now. And then just take a moment to feel your body in gratitude. The sensation of gratitude in your body. Just feel what it feels like to be grateful. Don't put a label on it, don't put a sign on it. Just feel your body while you're holding a thought of gratitude. That's what your body feels like in gratitude. See if you can learn to like that. See if you can learn to propagate that. Be grateful in each moment for lessons learned or gifts received. It makes for a much easier life. We'll start to bring awareness back to your bodies by just wiggling your fingers and wiggling your toes. Spreading your fingers apart, feeling the space between your fingers, between your toes. Curling your fingers into a fist, curling your toes under and feeling the skin as it stretches over your knuckles. Letting your hands and your feet relax. Gently letting your head begin to rock from side to side on the floor. Bring your awareness to the muscles, to the movement of the bones. And then letting your head come to rest wherever it is you find comfortable. Taking a deep inhale into your nose, down to the bottom of your lungs, feeling that deep inhale, letting your arms rise up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, let your arms fall to the floor behind you. As you inhale, reach back with your fingertips, reach forward with your heels and stretch along the length of your body. As you exhale, draw your knees to your chest, let your arms float down to wrap around your knees. Just rocking from side to side if you'd like. Letting the floor start to wake up the muscles and the spine. And then rolling onto your right side when you're ready. Supporting your head with your hands or your block or pillow. Bringing your focus and attention to just one more deep inhale. One more slow exhale. And then gently pushing yourself up to an easy seated position, where your spine is at ease. And breathe. Let the backs of your hands come to rest on the tops of your knees. Take a breath deep into the bottom of your lungs, lengthening your spine, and with an exhale, see if you can hold that tall, lengthened posture with ease. Take another deep inhale. And with an exhale, bring your hands into heart center. In the palms pressed together in prayer position. You guys have done a wonderful job once again. Namaste. Have a wonderful day.